So this is interesting. President Bukele, I think that's how it's pronounced. Correct me if I'm wrong. Issues a chilling warning about America turning into El Salvador. Well, how El Salvador used to be before he came along. There needs to be a worldwide sanction of Soros and Klaus Schwab, who penetrated the Trudeau cabinet 50%. Yeah, I would agree. Why should they be allowed to fucking interfere in anything? So interfere with, functioning societies. No thanks. They can eat, if they want to eat the bugs, if they want to own nothing and be happy, they can go ahead and do that, right? If they want to eat bugs, I'll send them some bugs they can eat. And Soros, I mean, that's an example there of somebody who absolutely feels they will never have to live with the consequences of, and probably won't, because he's not going to be around much longer. He's quite old, but not having to live with the consequences of their ideology and their actions. Is he a case of somebody who just hates humanity? I know Elon Musk thinks so. Seems like he might. I mean, at some point you'd have to realize that what you're doing is just simply causing misery. Is this somebody who just wants to laugh while they watch the world burn down? Or now, I guess, while he watches his son burn the world down? I don't know. But anyway, this is the president of El Salvador.
The disease that had begun with mild symptoms got worse and worse. It became a cancer that seemed incurable. We are already seeing these symptoms in the United States. Big cities in decline, like Baltimore, Portland, New York, just to name a few. Places where crime and drugs have become the daily norm, and even accepted and promoted by the government. How many young people have you lost to the streets of Philadelphia or San Francisco, to fentanyl? Did we see these apocalyptic sites 15, 10, 5 years ago? Can you imagine how it will be in the next 5, 10, or 15 years? The same thing was happening in El Salvador. In the span of less than a decade, gangs took control of all the country and our society. They evolved into a parallel government, controlling elections and even political parties. Every aspect of the daily life of most people was controlled by the gangs. Murder capital of the world is a tragic title to hold. Getting rid of that was the bare minimum we had to achieve in order to even start thinking about rebuilding our country.
Yeah, so there's there's Milei and there's this guy who, the left absolutely hates both of them. Apparently Milei has already balanced the budget in 3 months? This guy has made El Salvador, I believe now the safest country in the Western Hemisphere, or one of them anyway, but it's one of the top safest countries now, going from the murder capital of the world. And how did he do it? He just put all of the bad people in prison, so they couldn't kill people anymore. Let's see. Bukele and Milei are creating an unstoppable seed. Well, they're setting an example of things that work, right? And this is the problem with woke. It doesn't work. Woke, socialist, progressive, whatever. It doesn't work, right? So here you have reality, which he is presenting, which Milei is presenting, and then you have woke. And it appears that reality has a much better argument, because people don't like being poor and dying, right? Being murdered. People don't like that. I think they'll generally tend, not everybody is, not everybody is sane, but the vast majority of people are sane, and they'll choose not being dirt poor and being murdered over being dirt poor and being murdered. Typically, if you give them that choice. Let's see. So let's check out this Bukele again, president of El Salvador. So he's talking about George Soros here. We were just talking about him, weren't we? All right. Let's hear what he has to say.
They don't have a democratic mandate. If they want a seat in the table, they should run for office. Let the people vote. It will not be a pretty sight for them if the elections are free and fair. Who elected Soros to dictate public policy and laws. Why does he feel entitled to impose his agenda? Let me tell you something. Soros and his cronies hit a brick wall in El Salvador. Thank God, and all the glory be to him, Salvadorans are now immune to his influence. No one believes his lies anymore over there.
Well, that's a good thing. I'm pro that. I'm pro nobody believing Soros's lies.